The afternoon sun beat down on the construction site as Mark tightened the last bolt on a support beam. He liked remote jobs like this, quiet, simple, nothing but birds and the echo of tools. He wiped sweat from his forehead and bent down to pick up a wrench he dropped in the dirt. That's when he heard the grass move. At first he ignored it. Animals wandered around here every day. But then came another sound, heavier, slower, like something dragging its weight across the ground. Mark turned his head and froze. A massive Komodo dragon pushed through the bushes, tongue flicking, eyes locked on him like a target. Pictures in books hadn't prepared him for how big it really was. Thick legs, armor-like skin, claws digging into the dirt. It took one step, then another, then it charged. Mark stumbled backward, hitting the ground as dust exploded around him. His tools flew everywhere. The Komodo was unbelievably fast, claws pounding like drum beats, jaws slightly open, tongue snapping in and out. He scrambled back on his hands, feet slipping wildly. The Komodo's head got closer, close enough that he could see the texture of its scales and feel its hot breath brush across his leg. Pure adrenaline kicked in. Mark spun around and sprinted toward the wooden platform he'd been working under. Behind him, the Komodo lunged, missing his boot by inches. Mark dove onto the beams and climbed up as fast as his shaking arms allowed. Below him, the Komodo kept coming, claws scraping the wood, tongue whipping aggressively. Mark pressed himself back against the structure, breathing hard, hoping it would give up. It didn't. Not until he heard fast footsteps behind him. 3 wildlife rangers rushed into the clearing with long poles and protective gear. They spread out, forming a wall. The Komodo hesitated, then backed away, hissing once before disappearing into the bushes. Mark sat on the platform, chest heaving. One ranger grinned up at him and said, "You picked the wrong place for a nap, my friend." Mark could only laugh. "I'm never working alone again." From that day on, he double-checked every corner of the site. Tools close, escape routes closer.